Happy 2016, people. Beastradamus back with an actual video for the new year. Happy to report that I am back on YouTube. This is the start of something new. Believe me, it actually is new. This is like a new channel. See, what I've actually done, I've come to the conclusion, I've done some soul searching and shit over the past few months. And I've come to the conclusion that what was wrong with me making YouTube videos is that I was kind of living up to this standard that I had in my head that was set like 6 years ago when I first started YouTube. And to me, when I first started, it was kind of the glory days because I took off fast. I got to 2,000 subs fast. People knew my name. This is back when YouTube wasn't as big as it is now. So in my head, that was like my glory days, and I was always trying to get back to that plateau, get back to that peak, and I was going about it by trying to be something that I'm not anymore. Essentially, I started this channel 6 years ago. Now, 6 years ago, I don't know anybody who's the same person today that they are 6 years ago. I don't know anybody. I'm not the same person. Most of you aren't that are listening to this. So that was my bad. That's what I was doing wrong, and I figured that out. It took a lot of soul searching because there was a lot of me wanting to try other channels and creating accounts and kind of like tinkering with videos and making them and not putting them out, not announcing things and changing Twitter accounts and all this stuff. And while that may look bipolar from the outside for those of you who have followed all of that, there's not many of you, but for those that have, it may look bipolar from the outside, but like inside, I'm just trying to figure out how to go about getting back into YouTube. So I've spent probably 6 months figuring out exactly what I want to do with this shit. And it's funny because I always thought it was like, I got to start a new channel. I need a new identity because the Beastradamus one, I just shit all over it with crappy videos and inconsistent content and coming back and retiring and closing the channel and coming back and all that. And honestly, it's real talk here. It's kind of embarrassing when you put yourself out like there and you keep failing. But to me, I think the reason that I kept failing is because I just wasn't happy with the content, and I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get back to this flow, what I used to do. And that's because I'm not the same person. So I need to make content that is relative to who I am today. And so that's where I sit today. And in doing so, this is a drastic step, I felt the need to get rid of baggage on this channel. So I deleted pretty much every video I ever made. There's 570 videos that I made. And I think it's down to 5 or 6 public videos and maybe like 10 videos that I privated that I didn't want to delete, I wanted to keep, but I didn't want them public anymore. So the stuff that's public there, the best quick scoping ever, the Toking Intellectual, that's stuff that I made back in the day that I'm still proud of. Every once in a while I'll still listen to Toking Intellectuals and I'll think that was good shit. Like I would still make that today. That's still in me, that's still the same person. But a lot of the other stuff, it just wasn't. Especially, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? I was making videos like all the time, but I was like drinking every day. It was a bad period in my life. And like always having that shit on my channel and always having that propel me and get me views and stuff because I use shitty tactics with titty thumbnails and shit. I don't know, it didn't do it for me, and it made me like kind of embarrassed and ashamed of the channel. So that's real talk. That's real like why stuff went the way it went with this channel. So I'm back, and basically for me it's a clean slate, and I've been waiting to make this video for a few weeks now because I knew that what I wanted to do was come back and put out a new video kind of announcing a reboot of the channel on New Year's 2016. People often set New Year's resolutions and all that good stuff, and that is good. I encourage people to do that. I also encourage people to understand that they know what they need to do every year. I've made that point before, and to just do it and not set some arbitrary date. But for myself, for this thing, I felt an arbitrary date was a good thing for me because it gave me that goal of, okay, I'm going to relaunch it at this time on this day, and the weeks leading up to that is time to prepare and get in my head where I want to go with this channel. So I just wanted to make this video today to one, let you know that I'm back, two, to kind of apologize, but to also give you some context to my actions and to why the channel ended up the way it did. And 3, to thank you for sticking around. For those that are actually watching this and putting a thumbs up and liking the video, even if you didn't, even if you just watched it, thank you. Like you stuck around. There's no reason that anybody should watch this video right now outside of like a few close friends that I have through YouTube. There's no reason that anybody should watch this. So if you're watching this right now and you gave it a thumbs up or you commented, even if you didn't do that stuff, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for sticking around with me. I hope I can make you proud, I guess is the word, in 2016. I hope you have a good 2016. I hope you're motivated to do what you need to do in life. I know what I need to do. YouTube's one of those things, but you know, getting back to it, getting back to something I love, to being creative. I have this glorious little man cave in my room now. It's like my little studio. It's an oasis within the apartment. You know, this is just a year of transition. I don't know where else to go with this. I feel kind of like a noob at this. It feels like I'm starting all the way over again, which it's kind of a cool feeling. So I can promise you that while this video might seem lackluster, the content will get better. It's going to get better over the next few weeks and few months as I kind of get back into that groove. So I just wanted to throw this out there, let you guys know, hey, I'm back. Wish you a happy New Year's, and say let's look forward to 2016. So that's it. Peace out, bitches.